Ladies and gentlemen, Pittsburgh guy here. This next reaction video is the Dean Martin roast. Now, um, so you see these VHS tapes or VCR tapes. Some people don't know what they are. They look like that. Back in the day, I would tell my grandparents, they'd say, "Oh, I have this um, 8-track tape from Dean Martin," and I'd say, "What's an 8-track tape?" So I know that the younger crowd's going to say, VCR tape. What's that? But we have the original tapes. I watched these with my family back in the day. So the very first Dean Martin roast I ever watched was Don Rickles roasting Bob Hope. So I'm watching it now for the first time after like about 35 years. And I laughed before because when you're a kid and your family, your friends, your cousins, uncles, whatever, when they laugh, kids usually laugh with them because they're laughing because they are laughing, but not understanding the content of what they're watching. Because I didn't understand this, so I'm going to watch it now, older, much older, and a long time later, and see if it's as funny as I thought it was. But I love Don Rickles, I like Bob Hope, and I really like Dean Martin. So let's check this out.
Now it's time to introduce the master of the insults, the only man who holds a black belt for hatred.
Black belt.
Evel Knievel's next jump is his mouth. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've had your rabies shots because here he comes, Mr. Don Rickles.
You can see the friendship between these two. Ronald Reagan.
Thank you for your wonderful introduction. You would love the evening if you knew you were here. We have so many great celebrities. Of course, I want to thank Neil Armstrong. Neil? Over here, Neil. You're down. Neil Armstrong, the great astronaut, said in the capsule, "Hey, man, this is the moon." But I kid you. You're a great hero. You've told me that time and time again. I want to thank Sugar Ray Robinson, who said to Rocky Graziano in the 5th round, "Hey, baby, you're hurting me." Sugar Ray's a great champion. Sugar, we'd ask you to talk, but you know the blacks, your lips lock. There's no booing, there's no booing. If there's another outburst, we're going to let Bob Hope get up and do his jokes. We kid about great stars such as you, Bob. Why? Because you're old and washed up. But I tell you this. Is he laughing? Dean? Take a look. See if Bob's laughing. If he ain't laughing, show him a picture of Jack. I'll tell you this. I kid Jack Benny, a great star, God bless him. Milton Berle, great
He's including
people.
everybody.
It's wonderful being here at the home. And I say this from my heart. No, it's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. No, it's a joke. I take it back. I say it's a joke. It takes many years to be a great comedian.
Sure does. You ain't reached that year yet.
Comedic timing.
Thank you, Jerry.
That was an inside dig. We'll get back to that later.
Dean's laughing. And why not, Dean? There's a contract out for you. Frank Sinatra's friend plans to knock you off Manganzo Mangananzo. Bob Hope just turned around. Is he trouble? I kid Dean. He's Italian, and we need the Italian people to find out where the mail goes. We need people like Bob Hope. He is not Irish, he's not Jewish, he's not Italian, he's not black. Just an all-American guy. When he was born, he came out of his mother with a flag wrapped around him. Jimmy Stewart, one of our great stars. And James Stewart, I'd love you. We'd ask you to stand, but we know the movement could make you ill. Jimmy Stewart has been a great star for so many years. General Omar Bradley, all our great stars. Governor Ronald Reagan, who's going to retire after so many years of good service. And Governor, I say from my heart, I'm fed up with you.
before he was
So
president.
to all of you. And Billy Graham, bless you, Billy. I mean that from my heart. You've helped me to walk again. And I know this from my heart. I've always walked, but Billy helped me to walk faster. And as Billy Graham and Marjo always said, if Bob Hope knew that there was one light in life, let the life know. Hallelujah, brother, let him know it. And so, in all honesty, America loves you, our president loves you, you are America. And to you, Bob Hope, may God be good to you and yours. And I thank you for letting me be part of this dais. On behalf of my wife, my children, I am delighted to say I know Mr. Bob Hope. Bless you.
Okay, so if you ever watch Don Rickles, they're always the same. He comes out, he's firing on all cylinders. He goes after, he attacks. He tries to hit almost everyone on the dais that he can. He goes after the crowd, but at the very end, he's very sentimental. He's very kind. He's very loving, and it's really nice. It's really nice to see stuff like that. And I actually found this really hilarious because as I'm older now, it made more sense to me. But I love Don Rickles. He does such a great job. And these roasts, the Dean Martin roast compared to what we have today, I think they're better because if you watch some of the ones today, they're always in a dark setting. The Dean Martin roasts were always lit up pretty good, but the new ones are in a dark setting, um, and they get really, really down and dirty and nasty with each other. And you'll find that the newer ones they swear, they say the F word and everything else, and you know maybe it doesn't have to be vulgar and like pushing the wrong buttons. Don Rickles would pick on, blacks and Jews and the Chinese and pretty much every race he could find. But at the end, he would always come around and he would be sympathetic and loving and caring. But like I said, the newer roasts are just, some of them are funny, but the, I think the star power, excuse me, the star power back then was so much better. But, there was less people then, more people now, and there's a lot of um, interaction between, we got so many political parties against each other. We got the LGBTQ, and there's so many different like gears trying to interact with each other and make it right, and it's just not working. And it just seems like there's more hate now than there was then. Maybe that's what it is. But to watch Don Rickles and just see him cut up on people, whether they're black, Indian, or Asian, and it was just fun. If you do it now, it just seems to be more like, you offended me, I'm hurt by that, and there's a tangent. Maybe that's because of TikTok and other social media apps that just let you say what you want to say and be who you want to be, and sometimes maybe you go overboard. I don't know. But the Dean Martin roast, these guys, the original tapes, like I just watched, um, are good to me. And like I said, 30 plus years later, get to watch it, and it's fun to me. And my family that I watched it with are all still alive, and we had a good time watching it. But like I said, when you're at a party and you're younger with your uncles, your aunts, your grandparents, your parents, your cousins, um, sometimes when they laugh, you laugh. And as kids, we laugh because we're laughing at other people laughing because it's funny, but we don't understand the content. But like I said, watching this now was so much better, and I really got it. And that was the very first roast I ever watched. So I was happy to watch it again. I was happy to share it with the audience that's watching now, which might only be 25 people. It is what it is. But thank you for watching. Peace, love, and hair grease.